Guess who just remembered that they haven't opened VTube Studio yet? Whoops. Anyway, while I do that, hi. Give me like another like 10 seconds, I think, but I am here. I am here. My model isn't, not yet, but I am here. Any second, once VTube Studio decides to wake the fuck up. And any second now. We're getting there. Come on. Come on. What are you doing? There we go. Why is my cam? Oh, the calibration is not good. Oh no, what is that? What are you doing? What are you doing? That should be better. Is VTube Studio lagging? It feels like VTube Studio is lagging. Well, that is unfortunate. Maybe it just needs a second. We'll see. Anyway. Where am I? There we go. Why am I so tiny? Why am I so tiny? Oh, that's why I'm so tiny. There we go. I am no longer tiny. Anyway. Hi. Happy Wednesday! Happy 3.3! Oh, dear goodness. Let me catch up real quick. Adonis! I'll be here in about 30 minutes. Well, I guess it's probably like closer to 20 minutes now. Have fun. Thank you, and thank you for stopping by early on anyway. And see you in a bit. Wally, welcome in! Sunday! Just wanted to drop in and wish you a good stream and say hello to everyone. Really unwell, so I'm stepping out. But enjoy the ride. Have a good day, everyone. You too, and get some rest. Get some rest. Remember to eat. To consume lots of water. And, you know. Eep. Well, not eep, because it's like... Well, it's like 9:30. That is still justifiable to sleep in my book. Nova, welcome in. Fuyad, how are you? I'm doing fine. I am doing just fine. Stream start shenanigans? Had to get it out of the way. I expect sadness? Oh, absolutely. I think I need help. I don't know if I can offer that help, depending on what it is. Also, let me get all these, like, oh dear goodness. All these, red exclamation marks out of the way. Before I check out what the fuck this is. We're gonna get to that in a minute, I guess. Yeah, we got the new banners. New banners. Oh, I forgot it's a third tower rerun. But alas. Quick update on the polling, actually. After our last polling, after our live polling session, I did end up continuing to poll on Ratio's banner. I didn't get him. I did, however, get, you know, someone else. Which I actually am not mad about at all. I got my first Zayla! The daughter! So now I have a guaranteed, and I think I'm at like 20-ish pity. So I am saving that one for Finon. So there's that. There's that. I did end up, you know, doing more singles on an Access Light Cone. I did not, however, get it, so I have some build pity on there as well. Go, let me get that. But yeah, from now on, it is saving for Finon. And listen, after Finon, I need to lock the fuck in. Because without going into any details, I have a feeling that I am going to be so cooked sometime in the not too far off future. So after Finon, I need to lock the fuck in. The Faith characters come in. Yeah, the Faith characters should be before or somewhere around. No, after Finon. Wait. I think it's July. Either way, it's 3.4. The only character that can jump in the game. You know what? That is true. And that's I have already won. Oh yeah, and free stuff. Let's see, we got the story, we got the Petticoat event! Did I not do? Oh, it's because we have a full reset. Oh yeah, hell yeah. And all of that. 10 days after Finon, true, yeah. Like July 11th or something, and I think Finon is July 2nd, because I know that Bro releases 2 days after Pride Month ends, which I think is a shame. I think it is quite the shame, but you know. Okay. That's everything. What is this? Multiplayer mode? Oh, it's the okay. I was gonna say, like, what the fuck? Oh, so that's how they're gonna do it. Ah, okay. So they just have like a little new tab for. Okay, that's nice. Neat. Okay, so also, is the volume? I think the volume should be fine. Yeah, should be fine. Maybe a little. Any speculations or expectations before you start the story? Yes. And I will voice those in a tiny bit. Number one, as you may have seen if you checked the this week's stream schedule, we have 4 streams this week, back to back, which hopefully I'm gonna be able to. Hopefully isn't gonna drain me too much. I think it should be fine. We have today's stream where we're gonna, you know, start the 3.3 story, try to get as far as we can. I am expecting, or I'm hoping, you know, as with the last quest, that we can get at least like a third of the way through today. And then we're gonna be live again tomorrow for a short stream, which I might start, you know, around this time as well, but I'm not gonna go as long because I have another thing coming up at like 6, so I'm probably only gonna go until like 5:30 so I can get a little rest. Friday is going to be the ZZZ 2.0 live stream, the first ZZZ live stream that I'll be reacting to live. And then Saturday we're gonna try to finish up, well, no. Friday is the ZZZ live stream, and after that, we're gonna try to get through maybe like another hour or 2 of the HSR story. Well, I'm basically splitting up the usual, what would be a usual Friday stream of just HSR. I'm splitting it up into 2 days, so you know, the time that we would be spending on the story that we're gonna be watching the live stream, we're gonna try to compensate for on Thursday, and then Saturday we're gonna try to finish. So yeah, that is the plan. I do want to like do more ZZZ stuff on this channel as well. So, and speaking of which, I actually just uploaded the for everyone, public non-members, the first part of the reaction to and the ranking of the character EPs is up right now. And by first part, I mean literally every EP besides Hugo's, because Hugo's EP, the English and Japanese one, is a 30-minute video, which, you know, it's like almost half of how long I spent on every other EP. So there's that. I've joked about the Kinnikuman collab with HSR, but if that does happen, he would have a second ever English VA since the 4Kids dub of Nisei. Damn. Theo, welcome in. I am back from hiatus. I still have 193 million credits. Still a fucking amazing number. Sadly, I'm skipping Finon. He comes right before Fate, and there are high chances that he needs Sunday, and I'm not pulling for Sunday. Or if he needs Sunday, God, every team needs Sunday. We need more Sundays. They should do what like other gacha games do, where you can get multiple copies of a character and you can just put them in multiple, like you can just play multiple copies at the same time, because every fucking character needs Sunday, besides like Castorus. Or every character does really well with Sunday, besides like Castorus. In the final week of May, I'll hit 200 million. Nice. Okay, we're not gonna yap too much before starting the story, because again, I want to get as far as I can as possible. I'm expecting the story to be about as long as, you know, past ones have been. I'm expecting it to be, you know, like tops 3.0. Tops 3.0, maybe like closer to 3.1-ish or 3.2, I don't know. Either way, should be doable in 3 streams. Sven also told me that he was gonna play the quest, and he might pop in later to let me know how long it took him, if he gets it all done. But on that note, I might actually just, maybe I'll check, because usually, nope, that is, I cannot even spell YouTube, right? Because usually there, within the first days, there is already a walkthrough of the quest. So I might check that out. Wow. Okay, hold on. Maybe I need to turn my AC on, because my laptop is already getting pretty hot. HSR 3.3 story. I am taking a big risk here. Wait. Walk through. Full quest. Okay, that does not. Usually like Ruben had. Wait, is it not that long? Is it not actually that long? I'm seeing like 3 hours, which would, like, in my case, would be like 2 streams. Is it not that long? Huh. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. In June 11th, Cypher will appear in her banner a day before the Philippines Independence Day. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I was looking for, like, how long this quest is roughly gonna be. You know, like, how long does it take someone to play this quest off stream? And, you know, on stream, I would have to, like, double the time, almost. Or, like, 1.5 of the time. 1 second. Okay, so I saw live streams of the entire patch being around 7 to 8 hours. Well, that's actually pretty doable. That's pretty doable then. Okay. So, speculations and expectations. Number 1, everyone's gonna die. That is speculation number 1, is that everyone is going to die. Besides Finon. And either that's where the quest is gonna end, or everyone's gonna die, and then something's gonna happen and everyone's gonna come back to life. One of the two. But I feel like that might be something that we're saving for the next patch-ish. I don't know, honestly. Like, I'm expecting pain. That's all. I am expecting to be in agony. That is all. Literally, nothing else. And, you know, the snippets we've seen from the trailer, you know, like, we're gonna get, Dragon Dunhung is gonna make a comeback. Mighty and Castris are also gonna be, gonna return for, you know, at least a big fight. If you don't skip the dialogue, maybe it's, 89 hours. That's fine then. I'm waiting for other harmonies. Funnily enough, I don't like the limited harmonies as characters, and that's the primary reason for why I don't have any of them besides Ron May. Wait, so do you like Ron May's character more than any other harmony? Because that is interesting. To say, like, that is interesting. If you like going based on, you know, character and how much you like the character. They said something about a reset in the trailer. True. Oh yeah, and also, yeah, we're also talking about, like, speculating about well, we're gonna fight the Flame Reaver again in some way, shape, or form. Something about a reset, something about, you know, the cycle, which cannot be either broken or continued. One of the two. I don't know. Let me check. Yeah, check volume. Volume should be fine. Yeah, I think volume should be fine. Because I pulled her before knowing her and I didn't have enough for Treeby. Okay, you know what? That is valid. That is valid. I was said, like, it's interesting when you say, like, or if you said, like, you're the only Harmony character that you liked and pulled for would be Ron May. That would be a fascinating opinion. Not you know, not bad, not wrong, anything, but interesting. Especially as someone who doesn't like her. She's like the only Harmony character that well. Yeah, no, she's like the only Harmony character that I really don't like. I'm not a fan of Sparkle either, but Sparkle I think has more fun potential than Ron May for me. But I expect tragic deaths for some characters and more information from like Herta, or at least something about M4. Oh yeah, I also do expect us to go more into the cliffhanger that we got last patch of Herta and Lygus talking. So I'm expecting us to at some point go back to, you know, swap back to an outside POV, either the Herta or, you know, someone in the Astral Express. True. Yeah. That is also something that I assume we're gonna be getting into. According to Finance Banner, it'll add Saber to the list before the end of 3.6. What? Wait, what? Huh? Let's see. Is there anything else? Honestly, I think we might just get like right into it. Missions. Don't worry about everything else that I have here. Fate Atlas, can I... What is this one? Wow. Okay, I'm not gonna bother with that. Saddest level 7 out of 10? I mean, 7 out of 10 could be worse. The Fate banner should go from 3.4 to 3.6. Oh yeah, they're gonna be longer because I think they're also gonna be like a special kind of banner, so you can't use, you know, your regular pity on those banners and guarantees and whatnot. Okay, anyway. View story recap. Sure. Also good to like check volume and stuff.
Following the advice of the Chrysos heirs, I embarked on the trial.
Oh, right.
Time, only to learn that I had been dead since the moment I stepped onto Amphorius.
Right.
To reclaim the future that had been stolen from me, we pushed onward in pursuit of the Death Titan, Thanatos.
Yeah, so, fun news. We have a new Trailblazer. Well, we have 2 new Trailblazer voices. Yeah. Man. That sucks. I like Rachel's and Caleb's voices. Man. Good luck. Thank you. Yeah, I think her new VA does sound... I'm probably... It's also just because, you know, I'm used to the older one. I think the older one... you know, like, I connect Rachel's voice with Stella a lot more. Same with Caleb and Kalis. I think I've heard, like, a snippet of Kalis's new voice. I think it's fine. I'm gonna have to see how it goes. It's definitely gonna take a bit to get used to. Yeah, honestly, like, listen, like, fuck SAG-AFTRA. Genuinely, fuck SAG-AFTRA. That is a joke of a union. Dear God. And I have a feeling, I have a bad feeling that, and I hope it's not true. That we might have another big character, maybe even 2, recast pretty soon. Because it's been a while since we've heard Dan Hong, it's been a while since we've heard Himeko. So that's fun. Honestly, Himeko, I wouldn't be... I mean, it would still suck, but Himeko is one thing. But, like, Dan Hong... That would take some time to get used to. I hope not, but like at this point, I feel like that's a very likely scenario, which is hella unfortunate. Yeah, like neither Rachel or Kayla's. God, I'm mixing up their names. They sound so similar. Like neither Rachel nor Caleb, I think, have any blame here. Despite what people like to say with, you know, like voice act, like it's a messy situation. It is a messy situation. Also, Kafka, I heard. Man. Yeah, true. Kafka hasn't been voiced either in a while. But now the voice lines for Preservation, Harmony, and Destruction MC have not yet been replaced. And honestly, I hope that it's not like a full recap. Like, I saw some people speculating or having the idea that maybe they were gonna get like temporary new VAs until, you know, things get sorted out, which, oh god. Until, you know, things get sorted out, which I think would be a weird, like, temporary solution, but I guess not fully impossible. Honestly, I would take it over a complete recast, you know, even if some people might find that very awkward, but I love Rachel's and Caleb's voices so much, for these characters. So, yeah, big coping time. Big coping time. Yeah, the more likely scenario is probably just that this might have been very short notice, so they wanted to focus on getting voices for the most recent patch first, and they're gonna catch up over time. That is the more likely scenario, I think.
Meanwhile, Anaxa, one of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany, broke free from
she sounds a little too, like,
and actively sought refuge
composed, if that
from the
makes
Council of
sense. Like something in her
Elders.
tone.
After winning the Council's trust, he ascended Dawncloud with Circes, the Reason Titan, who resided within him, and sought an audience with Kefali, the World-Bearing Titan.
Like, her voice sounds a little, like, too composed, you know, for the gremlin that is Stell. Again, not to say that, like, the VA is doing a bad job or anything. I just think, like, to me, like, I just think, like, Rachel's voice fit better. You know, her voice itself.
To obtain information about the
like
entrance to the Netherrealm, Castro
Yeah, a little
had
too
no
mature,
choice
I think.
but to support the
Something
Council
along
of
those
Elders
lines.
in proposing a pause in the flame chase journey. With the aid of the demigod Cypher, she set out for the ancient city of the dead dragon, Styxia.
Yeah, I think, like, yeah, it's very, like... She's doing well, I just don't think it fits the character as much as the old voice did.
Successfully recreated the dead dragon Pollux.
The voice
via
itself,
alchemy,
the, like...
and used its power to return to the Netherrealm.
The, what's it
where
called, like, the way
faced
she speaks.
Thanatos, the Death Titan. She returned both the Titan's core flame and the stolen future, restoring the cycle of life and death in Amphorius.
Yeah, like this one is very, like, smooth, I guess, you know? Very composed, very collected, very mature. Unlike Rachel's voice acting, which had like a little something like kind of awkward to it, but not awkward in the delivery. Just like, you know, it brought forth like that part of Stella's personality.
Anaxa's soul met Castris in the Netherrealm, where he proved his hypothesis regarding creation. At the Citizens' Assembly, he cast a pivotal vote and used the charge of blasphemy to thwart the Council of Elders' schemes for power, allowing the flame chase journey to continue.
King shit, by the way. Absolute power move.
After returning Circe's core flame, Anaxa's physical body completely disappeared. With this, the flame chase journey neared its conclusion, and all eyes turned skyward.
Also, is this just me, or do I hear like a very faint accent? It's in the way she pronounces certain words. It feels like there's a very faint accent there. Not saying that's a bad thing, I just, it sticks out to me a little bit. Also, 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright. Yeah, Alright, Pupper. Yeah, I feel like I hear like a little British in there. A little British. Nova! I was not aware there was a VA switch, so the recap threw me for a loop. Yeah, the VA for this... For now, I think it's just this patch. That both Trailblazers have a new voice. Anyway, welcome in and thank you for the resub! I appreciate it. 10 months. Alright, yeah, let's go.
Be grateful for all this clamor. That is the sound of thoughts clashing.
Alright. Let's see here. What is this? Actually, no, my team was fine for a second. Okay. Collect your thoughts. Thanatos' and... Okay. Thanatos' and Cersei's core flames have been returned. I'll miss them, but I hope the new VAs do well. Yeah, I think for now, I haven't heard a lot of Kalos' new voice. I think right now I definitely still prefer Stella's old voice. You can hear Kalos' new VA in Hyacinth's trailer. Oh yeah, I have not reacted to that yet. Yeah, I'll miss him. I'll miss him. Like, the chance of them coming back is, I think, like very, very fucking low. I could see them going for live VAs from other countries to not get into the problems of SAG-AFTRA again. Yeah, that might be an option. I don't know. Well, I hope those two are doing fine. Sometime after that, the 12 constellations hover above, overlooking the vortex of Genesis. They embody the 12 Amphorian deities, fate, foundation, creations, and calamity of this world. Now, 10 among them have fallen, their core flames return to the origin of Genesis. Above you, constellations shimmer, their brilliance echoing the faint slumber of each titan. And you have experienced 4 ascensions and 4 partings. Ooh. The lands of fury once became the Mad King, plunging the world into ceaseless strife. Until... okay, hold on. Until your valor brought it to an end. And its demigod successor, the undying Maidemos, chose to bear the title of Kremnos... okay, hold on. Something is blocking my monitor here. Something is blocking my monitor. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay, why are you doing this now? Okay. I chose to bear the title of Kremnos alone, returning home to be crowned as the last line of defense for the Holy City. Got a dip, have fun with the stream here all. Bye-bye, Nova! Other Nova! Nova 2! And thank you for stopping by. They're good VAs, they're gonna be fine. Yeah, surely. The AFK stare. Yeah, I think I want to keep that on. It's just too funny. Mighty, may your battles know no defeat. Adonis, welcome in. Alright, time. Silver, welcome in. Don't like the new Kalos voice is not loud enough, also not clear, and it doesn't suit him. Well, there you have it. There's one opinion. I haven't heard too much of it yet, so I'm not sure. But also hope you're doing well today. Back then, the incarnation of time entrusted Mem to you at the Temple of the Three Fates. Back then, the lively girl with red hair fulfilled her mission and bid the first farewell. Time speaks not of fairness, yet it never stops. And now this power resides in you. Your hands, I mean. See you tomorrow, Trianne. Alright, reason. Not long ago, the head of the Grove Sages helped you repel the menace that is the Black Tide. And still not long past, that unruly scholar staged one grand performance, granting you a glimpse of this world's truth at the cost of his life. Oh, the incarnation of reason at the edge of existence, have you found your answer? The prophecy once made the hand of shadow choose two, granting one the fate of death. Yet their bond wove a hauntingly beautiful tale that stretched across time. At the end, the incarnation of death, who journeyed from the Netherrealm to the living world, chose to remain in that sea of flowers, retrieving your future. At the end of the West Wind, we shall meet again, Castorus. What a long journey it's been. Time and again, farewells haven't numbed you. You can't help but wonder. My monitor! How many more goodbyes will be... God damn it! How many more goodbyes will the journey of trailblazing entail? Apparently the goodbye of my fucking monitor. Anyway, you question whether you'll be able to experience each goodbye with heartfelt emotion. Your thoughts sink into the ocean. You recall how the Amphorians cherish epics, using stories to soothe their sorrows. Perhaps you should embrace this way, to dispel your melancholy and regain your strength. Then let it begin. Countless words of adventure surge through your mind. You need only to grasp one to anchor your creation. Phone! Don't be influenced by the noise outside, just focus on the keyword in your mind. Phone! It's indeed difficult, but you should still cling tightly to your inspiration, weaving heartfelt and elegant verses. Alright, this is an impossible task. Just one glance at your phone. It won't disrupt your thoughts, or so you tell yourself. Cipher. Great mystery. Last time was Dixia, zero time for treasure hunting. Absolute disaster. Now the River of Souls mostly repeated. I'm back, baby. In the water. A big shiny chest. I can't use the miracle orb and I can't wade through. Are you okay, Cipher? What is happening? Your power of time is needed now. 70-30 split. 30 for you, 70 for me? I mean, if I'm doing all the work. Details, Schmeetels. Get here and we'll talk. God, that fucking, that sticker. Also, you know, I think I'm gonna move myself a little bit. I think I shall become head once more. I shall become head. I am head. You must admit, even during this arduous and struggling low point, there are still those who live joyfully. Cypher's endless surging desire for wealth seems more turbulent than the waters of Skelgorge waterscape. Lawfu mentioned. Forget the past for now, it only brings sorrow, but sadness has no place in this moment. What you need is the drive to move forward. You decide to head to Styxia, where the River of Souls is no longer blocked, to meet up with the with Catgirl. Hopefully, those glittering, clinking trinkets will, as always, lift your spirits. This, like, narration is interesting. We haven't had it like that, I think, before.
Oh, Styxia's moonlight is so beautiful.
It is.
And the River of Souls is so quiet. It's like everything that happened was just a dream. I wonder if Cass is doing okay on the other side. If I write a letter and put it in a drift bottle, will she be able to read it?
I miss Castorus too, but not the time to feel down now. Okay, what are you doing here? There we go.
You're right. We promised Cass that we continue the plane chase journey, so we can't let her worry. Now's not the time to feel down. We gotta pull ourselves
I love
together.
little noises.
By the way, it was Miss Cipher who asked us to come here. But where has she gone? Huh?
What's that sound?
I don't know. This aura feels so familiar.
Are we already getting into it?
Let's go check it out together. Be very careful.
Uh-huh.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Are we already getting into Because we know like the Flame Reaver is like, I think we saw him like in this darker environment. Are we already gonna meet the Flame Reaver? Are we already gonna meet the man? That would be interesting.
Hey, what's that on the ground? Should we pick it up? Careful, careful.
Oh, you.
It's
Oh.
a piece of black cloth.
It's not even been 10 minutes.
Where have I seen this before?
Ma'am, I think we should go. Did someone remove a piece of my clothes? I think no, it's the Flame Reaver.
What? How could they be here?
I mean, Mighty said they're back.
Mimi! Look out!
Hey, buddy! How you doing? It's been a minute. Hi. You're just standing here. You want the pink puppy, don't you? Why do I feel like we're just gonna talk? Why do I feel like we're not gonna fight? Is it finally time for me to bow out?
Don't give up just like that! Let's try our best to deal with them for now, and we'll slip into the past with time's power as soon as we can.
Also, I love how intense, like how they're really zooming in on the sword. Like, they're really making obvious, like see that symbol right here? See this shape? Doesn't that remind you of anything or anyone?
The river of souls is full of fish.
Huh?
Big and delicious.
What?
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 The flame chase journey stops now.
What? What? I'm sorry, what?
Meow, meow.
Pardon? I mean, I know you're like this big, scary threat, but like, are you okay, buddy? Do you like, do you need a minute? Do you need someone, like, do you need to talk? Are you okay?
Meow?
Is this meant to be a riddle? The Flame Reaver's gone mad. The end. Apparent. What is happening? What are we doing here, buddy? Oh, you bitch! Oh, you bitch!
Sorry, I couldn't pass on the chance to give you two a good scare.
Oh, you cunt. That was really funny, though. But also, I have doubts, because... Did you imitate that black cloth there, too? What a terrible person. Let's leave.
Ah, don't run! I'm the real Cypher. The real one.
He might not be all up there, maybe a dementia patient. Real, welcome in. Meow meow indeed. I feel like I need to make that an alert now. I need to make an alert of just the Flame Reaver going meow meow. Wait. Wait, can I wait.
Meow, meow. Meow, meow.
Beautiful. Okay, so I have that for, you know, for later use.
Come on, don't be upset. I'm just giving you a kind reminder that Emphorius isn't safe at all. The whole place is full of dangers, including that swordmaster. Make sure you stay on your toes, no matter where you are.
Okay, so the question is though, did you drop that black cloth there? Because if not, then we are still fucked. Ain't I grateful for the reminder? You're playing both good cop and bad cop. I'm so strong that I don't need your reminder. Well, I'm not... Thank you.
Hey, I'm just making it up to you. You're not gonna hold that over me, are you?
You're gonna want to take a lot of screenshots? Ooh, thank you. Thank you for that. You might be right.
So, was that a flame
I shall
reaper
keep that in mind.
disguise? Or a magic trick? It looked so real. Is that the power of the trickery demigod?
Disguise? No. It's not as simple as that. Let me think about how to explain this. For example, what did you think when you realized that piece of cloth came from the flame
Okay, so
reaver's
you
cloak?
did drop that. That is good.
We thought that maybe the flame reaver was around here somewhere?
That's right. And then you heard some footsteps. What did you think when that happened?
Well, we thought it must be the flame reaver coming this way.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. I just used some hints and, mental suggestions to help
Yeah,
you
so
believe
yeah.
in a lie. Lies are what Zagreus is best at. If everyone believes in a lie, then it becomes reality.
The power to make lies into reality? That's got all my hair standing up.
Interesting. And you're just telling us everything like that?
You think I might be lying? No need. The seamstress trusts you for a reason. Someone as honest as you couldn't trick me even if you wanted to. So, there's no harm in telling you. Besides, we still need to team up to go treasure hunting, right? Let's wrap up here. It's time to get going.
I feel like any second now.
Oh, was that your teleslate?
Finon! The boy! Did you rest well? I came during lucid hour and you seemed asleep, so I didn't wake you up. But in current circumstances, I can't stay idle. Feel it's time to continue our training. Let's go to the grove, shall we? Listen, Cypher, I know we like...
Aren't you a popular one? But I got to you first.
I
so
know you
help
did
me with the
technically, but,
treasures,
like-
and then I'll send you two to the grove.
Why do you need so much money anyway?
Curiosity killed the cat, you know.
Yeah, and
Do you think
satisfaction
I'll
brought it
spend
back, so?
all? That's so not why I hunt for treasures. Don't forget, I'm a demigod too. And there's a line reserved for me in that stupid prophecy as well. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change. But I don't believe in that. As long as I keep collecting treasures, then I won't need to care about petty change. And as long as I don't hurt other people when I get what I want, I won't be walking with greed. Right? Isn't that simple?
Uh-huh.
So, as long as I keep going down this path, all those predestined prophecies and fates will never catch up to me.
Famous last words.
That was a long speech. I'm getting thirsty at this rate. The treasures of Styxia aren't gonna float up on their own. Come on, Grey Mystery. Show me what the authority of time can do.
Right. I think she just gambled it all on shitty gacha games every time she gets treasure. Oh no. A few days later at the crash site in the Abyss of Fate.
So,
Hi!
this is the car of the Astral Express you've spoken of.
Wait, huh?
My repository of memories has been enriched with another fascinating piece of information. Thank you for leading me here, Lord Donham.
Damn it! I'm surprised a council elder like yourself would be willing to journey so far to inspect the— oh no. Inspect the express. I think the fire— I think, OBS cannot handle the fire. Literally.
If the citizens knew of your origins, I'm sure more would be intrigued by the Trailblaze. Sadly, discussions about the world beyond the sky remain taboo. It's been quite some time since you first arrived in Akama. Presumably, you've been looking for a way to leave ever since.
Sure have been. I've been actively gathering clues and testing different things. Sadly, the more I find out, the more powerless I feel.
Don't be too hard on yourself, my lord. This puzzle has stumped Amphorius' scholars for centuries. It isn't something you can solve overnight, even someone as gifted as yourself.
Chain walking with lust, gluttony, envy, wrath, sloth, or pride, so I don't know what else you'll be walking with. Yeah, true. Yeah, also, dude, that shit's been burning since 3.0. In the Grove, I discovered extensive research on the Sky Titan. It appears that many scholars from Amphorius believe the taboo against the world beyond the sky stems from a curse cast by Aquila.
Exactly. Of the 12 Titans of Amphorius, Aquila is known for being the most capricious. The weather itself reflects their mood. Tranquil sunshine, mournful rain. Aquila's breath is a brisk wind, and their cries resound as thunder in a storm.
Remember that in the 3.0 alternative ending, it was said that an Intellitron-like species helped repairing the express card. Oh, that is true. True. Well, well. Yeah, right. So that's interesting. So, back then, they just let us leave. Or, well, Lygus slash, I forgot what his, like, species is called. They did help us leave. But apparently now that's no longer an option. Maybe it was because like that early on, like we had just arrived and we hadn't meddled with anything just yet. Pumpkin, welcome in. Additionally, Aquila is one of the 2 titans whose core flames have yet to be returned.
The sky above affects every citizen. It's clear that Lady Aglaya's decision to confront Aquila at the end of the flame chase journey was a carefully considered strategy.
Yeah, we also have a core flame now. If returning Aquila's core flame can break the sky's curse, we won't have to exhaust ourselves searching for a way back. We can simply focus on aiding the Chrysos heirs.
Anti-Catherians have no home to
That one.
return to, so I understand your concern for your old friends.
No home to return
and
to.
homeland. I used anti-Catherian technology, or scanning, as you might call it, to assess this car. Assuming my judgment is correct, I might be able to conduct a thorough overhaul of its power systems.
Really? But
Of course, that's only if you, my lord, permit me to interact with it.
by all means, please proceed. But be careful. The Express's thrusters are extremely delicate.
You honor me with your trust. I will be very careful.
Then methodically began inspecting its components. Dude, can we get a can someone fucking extinguish that fire, please? This is unbelievable. You seem to understand its structure perfectly. Have you repaired something like this before? Have you?
Not exactly. But we anti-Catherians are inherently sensitive to machinery.
Right.
Carefully endowed our kind with a unique advantage for analyzing and learning.
Right.
If you give me some time, I might be able to fully restore this damaged car to its former glory. Then you and your esteemed companion could set off on your return journey sooner.
But isn't the real issue with Aquila?
Hypothetically, Lord Donham, if I could open up a path out of Amphorius that circumvents Aquila's divine punishment, would you consider ceasing your support for the Flame Chase journey?
Huh. I don't understand. Does the Council of Elders possess some secret means of counteracting divine punishment? Not them. Him? Probably.
It's best if you don't delve too
Because he's
deeply
part of
into
the
that
whole fucking
question,
scheme.
Lord. All you need to know is, I can make it happen.
Maybe this is not a decision by the Council of Elders, but rather his personal wish.
The crucial point is, if you and your companion are unwilling to halt your support for the Chrysos heirs, it could offend
He really
certain
wants us to stop.
interests.
Yeah, I think that's it maybe. Because, huh. Fascinating. Yeah, no, he really wants us to get out of here. Because we weren't supposed to be here. Why does he look super mega evil? I mean, he also kind of sounds it. The fucking blank void telling us what happened reminds me too much of Sonic Forces for Comfort. Indeed. Forgive me, Lord Lygus, but I must be frank. When visiting Dawncloud, I reviewed the records of many council elders. Was his name not in there? Among them, only your background was nearly blank. I'd like to accept your goodwill, but given such a mysterious background and motives, anyone cautious would have doubts.
Your prudence impresses me, just as expected.
Oh dear. I'm sorry? Who? Is this a trap? Is that why you accompanied me here?
Please don't misunderstand, Lord Donhong. As the Theoros, I have no allegiance to their plans, nor am I obliged to obstruct them. I am neutral.
Uh-huh. Is calling each other Lord a kink thing? I mean, to some people, surely.
Out of respect for you, I hope to offer a peaceful solution to ensure the safety of you and your companion.
Listen, I'm pretty, like, by all respect, I'm pretty sure you, okay, Lygus, maybe not, yeah, like, Donhong could take these fuckers out easily. Just to confirm, if things turn ugly later, will you help?
I will not. As I said, I remain neutral.
Alright, Donhong, go off, boy.
Are you asking this because you plan to refuse my offer and continue supporting the Chrysos heirs?
I mean, at this point, it's not even about, like, supporting them. It's just that you are way too sus to be trusted. Like, at this point, it's even Donhong figured out that there is way more to this than just the flame chase journey. You weren't wrong about one thing, Lord Lygus. Indeed, we must try to return to our companions. But our companions now also include the flame-chasing Chrysos heirs. The Nameless cannot and will not ignore the fate of our companions. Autocorrected to Lotus.
So I see. This is what you call trailblazing.
When I asked if you'd help, I meant the ones who need help are them. Exactly! Hell yeah! Kick their asses! Meanwhile, in the Grove of Epiphany... Oh! Huh? What are we doing here? Is this like a simulation of some sort, or?
You have such overwhelming power, so
What is happening?
Answer me. Why do you stand in her way? Why do you want to take the core flames?
Screenshot time? Alright, bet. Screenshot time. Wait, how do... Wait. How do I do the... screenshot time. I shall try... okay, Huh. So is that why he texted us? Is this like right after he texted us? Like, hey buddy, you have some time for like a quick, I don't know, quick sparring session, you know, some training? No? Okay, that's fine, that's fine. I'll be fine. You know, I can wait. I can wait. Huh?
Oh no! He can't hold on anymore!
Wait, what? I'm sorry, what the fuck is happening?
Drag him back here, friend!
What is going on? Friend? Which friend? And why is... I am so confused.
Are you okay?
Was he like just like lost in his memories, or his... Was he just like lost in his head? Or wait. Oh, wait. No, okay, I get it. That was the training. He probably like asked Mem and Stell to help. Like simulate a fight against the Flame Reaver, maybe. Okay, I think I'm getting it. Okay.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I can handle that kind of hit now. But a few months ago, that would have knocked me out.
Okay. If I had passed out, that would have been it.
Well, that's why I made sure you were well fed and rested on the road. Thanks for the help. To face Aquila and other potential threats, I must sharpen myself with the most aggressive methods.
Even so, it's impressive you thought of this training method. Battling the phantoms of the past in the river of time.
It is smart.
It's just like the hyperbolic time sanctum that the bards describe.
It's working pretty well, wouldn't you say? But combat isn't just about strength and skill. You also need the right weapon. Compared to that guy's weapon, mine feels like I'm swinging a lump of iron.
Which is funny, isn't
I
it?
can't tell you how many swords I've gone through since the training began.
Why not get Cartonis to help? Weight training, huh? Baseball, huh?
Don't worry. I've already arranged that. Of course I need him. I asked him to make a suitable divine weapon for me. It's a little embarrassing to say this, but in order to help me, he deliberately turned down all other business.
Oh, Cartonis is part of this flame chase journey after all. Full of energy.
We love Cartonis here.
Thinking about how he's been recently, maybe you're right.
But, Finon, I've been somewhat concerned about you.
Yeah, a little bit.
Lately, you seem more and more fixated on that swordmaster in black.
That's quite the sudden shift in topic.
I've been holding this question in for a long time. You're getting stronger, but seeds of unrest are also growing in me.
I mean, it's good she's pointing it out because it is
I'm
true.
not wielding my sword for revenge. She's been through Nikador's trial and understands. Those who can't walk out of the shadows of their past are ultimately weak. Times have changed. The responsibility I bear is both precious and fragile. I wield my sword for the future of Amphorius. I will not let hatred cloud my judgment again and neglect my duties.
Huh. Now I wonder. This mindset. Because I don't think that, like, we did all that much to help him get to this point. In the end, I think it was still mostly Mighty. And in part Anaxa. Who Well, also, like, you know, the Trebes, who helped him get to this point. And, you know, assuming that the Flame River is Finon in from a past cycle. I wonder how much of this is really, like, repeating history. I wonder how much of... Because, like, I'm sure, at least to an extent, the Flame Reaver / Finon had this exact view as well. So the question is it gonna last this time?
You're right, partner. As of now, I'm not able to handle that Swordmaster on my own. I still need the help of my friends. Every time I say something, things get so serious. I don't want to be the person who keeps bringing the mood down. I'm out of energy for training today. How about we go to the library of Philia to lighten the mood?
Sure.
Sure. That's what I've been looking forward to. We deserve to enjoy ourselves after all the hard work.
1 second. Pardon the stare. Oh, not quite yet stare. Not yet stare. Hold on, I need to do something real quick. That's fine, I guess I'll do that later. Okay. So, continuing.
Today, I'm definitely going to...
Going to what? What were you reading before?
A girl's little secret. Don't pry.
She was reading fanfic.
That's the charm of this place. You can find whatever you're into here. The three of us might not be into scholarly books, but we could still spend an entire day at the library of Philia.
Okay, well. Whoopsies. Not what I wanted to do. Real quick, ads are gonna start any second now on Twitch, so we're gonna take a tiny break. Oh god, yeah, tiny break, like 5-ish minutes, tiny break, and then we will be back. Actually, can I have a... Well, I guess we're gonna get ambient noise as background music. So until then. Okay, ads should be over. There we go. Thought I was onto something, but nope, it's just an ad. Anyways, hi. Welcome in, Mania. Hope you're doing well today. Let us continue. Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Oh, I guess we can just... Well, actually, no. Let's go here.
Here we are! Where was that slate last time?
That fucking...
Here!
Dude, the
Or
fucking
maybe
heartbeat.
over
The
here?
heartbeat.
I'm up to have some fun! It's free time now, so you should relax too.
Oh, okay, honey. Browse some books nearby. I guess that's what we're gonna do. Or not. Over the past few months, you've come here more than once, fishing out that small piece of essence from the ocean of knowledge that best suits your taste. You're quite relieved that Dan Hung isn't around. No one will here to judge your reading tastes. The scroll at hand shows a line of small text. Non-standard reading material. Please return to its original place after borrowing. Do not let any Grove professor discover it. 10 exclamation marks. Seems that the scholars of the Grove, amidst their profound academic discussions, haven't forgotten their little hobbies. So, which reading material will you peruse? Forbidden Love, the Tree... Okay, okay, hold on. Forbidden Love, the Tree and the Butterfly. Okay. My professor can't possibly be this shy. One Punch God, Aquila. Oh, hey, that's what old Titus was reading about. Or let's start. I gotta start with. Lock in, boys. We're reading. We are reading. Oh, we are gonna be reading all of this. Sorry I'm late. I used the power of a cognos bloom to climb over the vines, rushing into the classroom and nervously pulling open the door, only to make eye contact with the person I had an appointment with. The professor, barely over 30, was leaning casually against a stone lectern, loose and relaxed. The scholar's robe gleamed bright in the dim light of the ever-night, giving off an almost divine aura. The first class and already late. Looks like someone is eager to meet Thanatos. In other words, this was our first one-to-one lesson, and I just totally blew it from the start. Probably even Circes would have felt embarrassed looking at such a sorry scene. Luckily, I had already come up with a plan. Sorry, Professor. I'll do anything to make it up to you. Anything? Oh, this is fanfic. Oh, this is like pulled right from, right from a fanfic site. Please, I hope you'll be lenient. At these words, the professor's face broke into a charming smile. Then I want you to teach me. Wait, Professor. I want you to break down the points in this paper, word by word, and explain them to me slowly. Although there was no mirror here, I could guess that my face had turned red from the sun and direct request. Okay. But, Professor, I'm still just a student intern. Isn't it a bit too early for me to do something like this? I finally worked up the courage to say it. Do you want me to waste the lesson I prepared, you fool? At least wait until after class. Dear God. If that's what you prefer, then fine. But don't forget, I still haven't forgiven you. So what should we study first today? Why don't we peruse this academic journal? I think they recently published a paper on the patterns of natural numbers. Sounds good. Come on, let's have a look. The, quote, research paper was immensely valuable, but I couldn't even grasp the basic arguments as I was too deeply engrossed in the professor's sharp gaze. He looked so rational when he was immersed in numbers, nothing less than what I expect from the professor I cherished so much. After that, we experienced an enriching lesson. We wandered through the classical literature exhibition, eagerly absorbing the newly compiled Titan Faith Studies. Finally, we lingered in the dreams woven by the latest works of the erythrokeramism school, so much so that we completely forgot. The bell signaling the curtain fall hour rang, and we looked at each other. Class was over. More than once, I resented time for its seemingly linear flow, yet I remained powerless to interfere with it. The professor looked at me and paused for a moment, as if making some kind of decision, then muttered. Check out your paper. I'll help you revise it. Really? You mean it? Yes. You are a student I take great pride in. I've been considering this for some time. Let me understand your thoughts, your research, your everything. No further words were needed. Two seekers of knowledge, driven by instinct. One might say, two truth seekers. If you get that reference, you get a cookie. Began their deep exploration of ideas. At that moment, we had yet to realize that after this lesson, another name would appear in the acknowledgements of the paper, and in the end, this would be the very spark that led to the founding of our academic symposium. My god. Only thing the narrator is researching is the professor? Dude. That is beautiful. I'm not gonna mention what anime that title is referencing to, but it's like speaking the name of Voldemort. I think, I know which one you're talking about, but I don't know what the exact title was. Oh, okay, beautiful. We have two more. After finishing this mind-shaking piece, only one image remains in your mind. The Express. Belt. Phone. For a young stutter-on host, this type of literature remains far too ahead of its time. Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep going. We're gonna read all of these. I don't care. Forbidden love, the tree and the butterfly. She wandered through the flower sea, searching for a glimpse of those fluttering butterfly wings, but without success. Sarah, I've heard that every flower has its own floriography? Is that a word? Can't say the actual title because it just sounds incest. Okay, I thought that was it. I seemed to remember. Generally speaking, that perception is correct. She heard the voice but couldn't see the speaker. Yet Cersei's paid it no mind. She calmly responded to her most special student while scanning her surroundings. What is your floriography? I'm afraid I'm not a flower, but a tree. Evidently, this answer failed to satisfy the other party. A sound mingled with dissatisfaction and disappointment reached her ears, prompting her to add another remark. Well, if we're just speaking metaphorically, I suppose it would be intelligence. However, her objective was nearly accomplished. It should be around here somewhere. Now she just needs to find some bait to draw her out. Intellectual, yet also romantic? Perhaps it's because I hibernate. You see, in my long dreams, I've made promises to countless lovers. The butterfly-winged girl suddenly rose from the thicket before Cersei, startling her slightly. After all, at this moment, the distance between them was virtually non-existent. Gazing directly at Nestia's face, allowing the light reflecting from her lips to pass through her eyes, a hint of crimson flashed across Cersei's face, almost imperceptible to onlookers. Of course, her composure wavered for only a moment. Then Cersei wrapped her arms around the girl's waist and, as if pulling up a radish from the ground, gently lifted her from the flower thicket. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this is just straight up Cersei's and Nestia fanfic, and I'm here for it. Of course not. Caught you now. Placing her on the ground, the giant tree's incarnation gently stroked the butterfly wings with the edges of her leaves, confirming the other's normal state before slowly withdrawing. So, now will you tell me? Why have you been avoiding me? Would you two please refrain from frolicking in my Antilla garden? A cold voice unseasonably interrupted their thoughts. Indeed, for the garden's master, the incarnation of death, such lively atmosphere was truly something akin to a natural enemy. Sorry, we'll leave at once. Thank you for listening to my troubles, Madam Thanatos. Sarah, let's return to the grove. Sorry. Than? I love these nicknames for troubling you. Honestly, you two are... Alas, but Cersei's... You must be aware by now, right? A bitter sensation spread in her mouth once more. Cersei's remained silent, merely nodding as she bid farewell to her old friend. On the way back to the grove, Nestia remained completely silent. After one unsuccessful attempt to question her, Cersei struggled to find another opportunity to speak and simply focused on the path ahead. Voices of gossip reached them, causing irritation. Genius. So what? She's just like so terrifying. The stern figure approached rapidly. It was blank, the source of the irritation. Nestia offered Cersei a smile, then turned around and walked away. Blank cast a sharp glance in the direction of the butterfly-winged girl's departure, then shifted his gaze back to Cersei's. First came perfunctory reports and spiritless small talk, then escalation to arguments that resembled personal attacks. Do you truly understand? I don't need to. Let me redirect, Cersei's. To romance a student, even your own creation. Don't you find that perverse? How? This was the first time the embodiment of reason allowed emotions to govern her mind. The sensation left on her palm felt as if it would scourge through to the heart of the tree. From nearby came the sound of running footsteps, familiar yet somehow strange. Cersei wanted to give chase immediately, but the words echoing in her ears tripped her steps. She was indeed somewhat distracted, allowing the girl's image to surface and fade in her mind repeatedly. When her resolve crystallized, the third curtain-fall hour had slipped by. The personification of the giant tree approached the gilded chrysalis, cried her beloved's name, then stilled as if she had frozen. The traces left by the butterfly-winged girl who dwelt here was all but erased. Upon the foliate desk lay words, a maiden's first and final love letter. I love you, Cersei. I've already received the graduation gift after all, so forget me. Wow! Doomed Yuri, my beloved! That's it? Nothing else? This love story abruptly ends at its worst moment. Whether the author lost the motivation to continue or some urgent situation occurred remains unknown. If it were the latter, the Flame Reaver is fully responsible. That is one more to the counter. We shall beat the Flame Reaver, not just for the sake of Euphorius, but also to get our revenge. If not for him, this beautiful doomed Yuri fiction could have been finished. What are we doing anymore? I'm gonna tell you what we're doing. We're gonna read One Punch God Aquila. I need some water first, though. Okay. Brushing off the dust that had settled on him, he adjusted his attire and stood firm, facing the giant eagle in intense standoff. So you think you're something special just because you defeated the silent Gioriors? Mortal, heed my advice. The God King remained silent. Gazing into Aquila's 1,000 eyes, slowly he raised his right arm, 4 fingers pressed together, and with a simple motion, he lightly waved at the colossal being before him. Arrogant fool. You will pay the price for your insolence. Aquila's fury erupted, their towering form radiating intense heat. In an instant, their massive wings vibrated in an imperceptible speed. 1,000 razor-sharp feathers shot forth like swords, hurtling straight towards the God King. Yeah, it is literally called One Punch God. As everyone knows, the feathers of the Sky Titan can pierce through iron and steel, let alone mortal flesh. Their sheer density left no room to evade. The violent storm of lethal blades closed in, and time itself seemed to freeze. Aquila enhanced their reflexes, predicting the movements of this arrogant little thief before them. Noticing the God King shifting his stance, Aquila mused. He had only 2 choices. He could push off the ground to evade left or right, or stand firm and brace for impact. But either way, it would be futile. The feathered blades would shift with the wind, altering their trajectory. No matter how swift his movements, they would follow him relentlessly. But who could have predicted? The God King never intended to dodge. He pushed forward instead, seizing the first incoming feather blade between 2 fingers. With a swift turn, he carved a spiral through the air and hurled it back at supersonic speed. The feather blade curved with the wind piercing deep into the storm. Without the slightest deviation, it collided tip to tip with another razor-sharp steel feather. Ding! The deflected feather veered to the sides upon impact, colliding with others and further altering their trajectories. The sharp clashing of feathers rung out at an irregular rhythm, a chain reaction unfolding until the force of the final feather was dissipated, scattering harmlessly into the air. With just a single seized feather, the God King had nullified the entire storm of blade-light wings. Aquila was shocked. How could a mere mortal possess such divine skill? Yet, as a being of godly essence, they did not allow themselves to be shaken. Seizing the moment as the scattered feathers clouded their vision, they swiftly brought down their claws, sharp as steel great swords, aiming to end the battle in a single decisive strike. The massive claw struck dead center where the God King stood, the sheer force of impact carving a deep crater into the ground. No, something felt off. Aquila's mind raced. The sensation was strange. Had it missed, or... They focused their gaze only to witness the impossible. Their enormous razor-sharp claw, many times larger than the God King itself, was caught, held effortlessly in a single hand, as if the God King were merely grasping a piece of cutlery. The countless white feathers drifting through the air painted an eerie contrast against the battlefield's deadly stillness. The once mighty and untouchable giant eagle found itself frozen in shock for the first time in 1,000 years. Muttering in disbelief, they said, "Impossible. Even Giorios, when fighting me, could do nothing but evade beneath my iron claws, yet you... What in the world are you?" "Just what are you, damn it?" "Haven't you already figured out the answer? A mere mortal, nothing more. You cocky little..." Aquila attempted to retract their claw, but under the God King's grip it was as if frozen in place, completely immobile. Their expression darkened. Seeing this, the God King seemed to smile. He clenched the fingers of the free hand, and then, at a speed even a Titan's vision could not perceive, with full force he swung his fist. In an instant, the divine body shattered. The tidal wave of force shook the heavens, sending tremors through the divine steel-forged walls, cracking them in multiple places. The sacred temples teetered on the brink of collapse. From this moment on, the celestial realm would exist no more. The people of Amphorius would no longer endure the tyranny of the heavens. And all of this was made possible by the God King's mighty blows. No, by a single punch! The distant Titan gods sensed the fall of their comrade and erupted into furious howls. Was there no one who could stop him? How could his advance ever be shaken? What they did not realize was that even one as mighty as the God King was still bound by the desires of mortals. Just as before the battle began, he once again adjusted his attire. "Congratulations, you have reached your end, Aquila. You are strong. Strong enough to be worthy of the name Sky Titan." He ignored the crumbling stone walls behind him and strode toward the temple's exit. His steps were steady, yet the disappointment on his face was unmistakable. "But your only flaw was failing to make this satisfying for me." Next episode, battling Nicanor. Next issue on hiatus. No! 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and 10 kilometers of running a day. That's how we got here. So can we have this guy in our fight against Aquila? Literally. Sven, welcome in. How you doing? HSR back in my day, we need to stop Cocolia and save Bellabog. HSR now, canon fanfics. Dude, indeed. Indeed. Put the banana song in loop. Invigorating literature. Your favorite. This article leaves you feeling empowered, as if you are the author's one-punch god incarnate. Sky Titan Aquila? Huh, that's nothing. And on that note, we're gonna stop here.
I wonder what Finan and Mem are reading. Let's take a closer look.
Okay, Finan. Okay, can we check both of them? See what, okay, Finan is optional, so we're gonna go check out what Finan is reading. What are you looking at, boy?
Oh, I thought I felt a draft just now. Peeking isn't polite, my friend.
Just curious what you're reading.
You could have just asked. There's nothing embarrassing about it. Here, look, I'm reading this. Antiques Appraisal. How to make a fortune.
Of course. Didn't know you were into this? No, we did. I know how, in your dreams. Maybe it's time to find a different side gig.
No way. I've invested almost all my savings into this hobby.
Oh.
I've spent a lot of time pondering how Aglaia became such an effective leader. Beyond the intangible qualities like personality and ethics, a major reason is her family wealth.
Uh-huh. Family wealth.
That's the perk of growing up in a big city, isn't it? For those of us in the sticks, luck doesn't come as easily. It's 30% grind, 70% fate.
Couple percent, what was it? Concentrated power of will.
Talk too much.
Some pleasure, some pain.
As a leader, you need both integrity and I mean integrity and skill.
Finon, I think I have someone I can introduce you to. You know, when it comes to antiques appraisal and, you know, making money, I think I can introduce you to a guy. You know? I think you two would get along quite nicely. He's got beautiful, deep blue hair. Gorgeous, gorgeous jade-colored eyes. He's a little silly. Yeah, no, yeah, we did hear in 3.1 that Phyton was into this kind of thing, which is fascinating.
Month of cultivation, curtain fall hour, a time to feast on grains, a poor time for fishing.
Are you looking at horoscopes?
But then again, are there even any spots left to fish in Emporius these days?
Are you into fishing? Superstitions, don't buy into them.
You scared me! Bursting into someone's world like that can really catch them off guard. Well, no more jokes. There's nothing here. I'll go look elsewhere.
Yeah, I don't like the heartbeat.
What are they flipping through?
Can I check? No, it's gone. Hello, Gold Reaver. Oh, there we go. It's coming from here. It's coming from the literal heart. The literal beating heart.
Oh, these cards are so detailed and fine. Ruler, weaver, traveler, healer.
Ruler, weaver, traveler, healer.
But the interpretation for each card is so long. Do I have to memorize them all?
Ruler fits me pretty well. Use them flexibly. Don't just memorize.
What a coincidence! We meet again. Guess we're fated to be together, huh? But you must be busy, so
The
I won't
game.
bother you for now. Hope your day, every day, is joyful.
Uh-huh. What was it? Weaver, ruler, traveler, healer.
So suspicious. Not like their usual self.
Also, I love how the objective is like so like excited. Like, what is Mem looking at? Where is Mem? Oh, I'm blind. Is Mem smart? Debatable.
You sure are persistent. All right. I'm totally helpless against your charm.
What are you guys chatting about? Is this the Emporius Divination Compendium?
Why are you here too?
Sorry, seeing you two chasing each other around, I suddenly found my book not that appealing anymore. Never thought Mem would be into divination. But it's not exactly a niche hobby. So why all the secrecy?
Why the secrecy indeed?
Surprise! Master it in secret.
Oh.
Give you all a shock. But getting caught halfway through, it's only natural I'd feel shy. A girl's heart is more delicate than Aquila's ever-changing moods.
Alright, March.
A surprise, huh?
Memarch.
Someone else used to tell me the same. She was really good at stargazing and divination, especially with cards. Yeah, just like the ones you're looking at.
And you must be pretty familiar with all sorts of divination techniques. With a friend like that.
Ugh, Mem, honey.
No, I know nothing about it. I've never really believed in using cards or bones to predict the future. If the good omens foretold by divination were true, my hometown, Heidi's Elysia, wouldn't have disappeared. Don't forget, we've got Lady Trina. Every other form of divination is just smoke and mirrors or cleverly rehearsed tricks compared to her flawless prophecies.
A little faith in these things isn't bad sometimes. It should be approached with a critical eye. I mean both. It should be approached with a critical eye.
To me, divination could be a power that guides our spirits. They always cast a shadow in front of us, clouding our view of the future. That's why people turn to divination. It's just to find a small reason to give them courage to face the unknown.
You've really thought about this, haven't you? What if divination predicts something bad?
Divination is only meaningful when there are both good and bad outcomes.
True.
Even bad omens serve as guidance. They can help keep us alert, right?
Uh-huh.
Strange. That person I knew used to say similar things.
Did she now?
Looking back, whenever she interpreted a card for me, I couldn't help but feel uneasy. Even though I never believed in the outcomes.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it was her tone. Cyrene. She could paint a complete fantasy so vividly, it utterly captivated me as a child.
Just ask because she kind of reminds me of... I'm not sure how to pronounce that name from Gumball. I've never watched Gumball. Maybe just the looks? I don't know, maybe.
Right. I still carry a card she once used. Do you want to see it?
Show.
Oh, wow! It's
Well.
so exquisite!
Well.
I'd love to have a card like that.
Those mitts up to the task. Then gotta craft a mem-specific deck. What? Hold on. Hold on. Which one is that? Which one is that? I don't actually know. Or which one could that be, I guess? Varka? It's true. It's Varka. I was just thinking because, like, some of these... Like this is Finance card, or, you know, what Finance card looks like in the as I've written thingy. And so far, like, I haven't really looked into it, but I know that, like, some of those cards look a lot like tarot cards, and more so than others, like Anaxas obviously being the Hanged Man, and others. But I'm trying to think which one this could be. No clue. Let me go back here. Maybe the chariot? Maybe the chariot. Like, personality-wise or character-wise, the chariot I think could fit. The world could easily fit, you know, would make sense. I don't know. Because like right off the bat, it doesn't really look like anything, you know, I think. Or the king? Let me see here. Enter the devil, tower, star, sun, moon. I mean, the world wouldn't fit, like, visually. There's also the, justice. There's also justice. Anyway, gotta craft some mem-specific deck.
Oh, now that you mention it, yes. It would be even better if it were made of...
The sun? I was thinking the sun. I was thinking the sun because, you know, it, like, Final will stand, like, the sun was, like, right behind him. Maybe. I don't know. I definitely do want to look into that. Like, which cards they could all represent. Like, Anaxa is the most obvious one, I feel like, with, you know, the Hanged Man. The Devil will be funny. True. Crystal. Oh, hey, I agree. Crystal cards? Sign me up.
Speaking of which, partner, there's something I haven't shared with you all. Remember our first trip to the Temple of the Three Fates? The riddle that Orin exposed to us?
When you were so fucking impatient to get back to Mighty? Uh-oh. Don't cut!
Who's there?
Don't do that! Oh, you bastards.
You are...
Assassin, save me! Nice cosplay. Eyes peeled.
These folks are up to no good.
Black clothing. Masks decorated with golden blood.
Oh?
Are they cleaners?
To directly call us by our name, it seems you, Lord Finan, have studied the forgotten history of Amphorius quite thoroughly.
Achmonides talked about cleaners in one of his notes. I just randomly remembered that. What's being cleaned? Clothes or cars? Yeah, who are they?
Your friend seems quite interested in us. Perhaps you could explain, Lord Finan. It would be the polite thing.
Also, why does he sound like... You on the right. Take off that mask.
We can't let our esteemed guests
Never
pass
mind,
away
it's the guy on the left
without
talking. Never mind, I thought for a second, my mind was like, Damionis? But that would have been fucking wild. It might just be like similar or same voice.
During the Chrysos War, to combat the Chrysos heirs, several cities formed an underground assassin squad called the Cleaners.
Is that the one that Kindness was also a part
Their
of?
task was to erase anyone with golden blood from existence. Assassination, poisoning, political persecution. They would do anything to achieve their objective.
Well, this historical perspective seems biased, glossing over the Chrysos heirs' abuse of divine powers and their blatant initiation of war in order to defame our predecessors.
Is the girl so small, or I think she's just standing behind
Could you
them.
disclose the name of the author behind this popular legend, Lloyd Finan? I'd hate for the innocent children of Akamar to be tainted by such slanted narratives.
See, the fact you're talking like that makes me think that even if Finan's side isn't the whole truth, whatever you're trying to sell, bullshit. Oh, I didn't even see. That's all the time I have. Nice game stream. Gotta work to my mania. I think my brain cell just died trying to read that, but bye, good. Stopping you, bye. Jesus.
You should have stayed buried in the dust of history. The Citizens' Assembly has once again legitimized the mission of the Chrysos heirs. But as for you, not one citizen would cast their vote for you. Executioners lurking in the shadows.
What does it matter? We've long since stopped expecting to be understood. People have become too accustomed to peace. And they've forgotten the disasters that arose from allowing generations of the Chrysos heirs to rule.
Complete nonsense. Did you really travel all the way to the Grove just to have an argument?
I enjoy dealing with people as straightforward as you, Lord Finan. You've probably figured out why we've come before you.
With just a handful of you here, who do you think you're fighting? If it's a fight you won, let's get on with it. Enough chit-chat.
Keep your cool, partner. They've come out of the shadows, which suggests they have something up their sleeves.
Don't tell me they somehow managed to beat Danhan. Don't tell. I refuse to believe that one.
Let's hear it. What are you hiding? But watch your language and don't say anything you might regret. My shoulders might be sore, and my sword a tad dull, but it's still enough to slice off your tongues.
Okay, Finon, go off. Hey there.
How's it going, Cinny? This place fits, doesn't it? It's a bit small, but the lighting is perfect.
Thank you, Lady Treeby.
Little fat
This,
fuck.
The Twilight Courtyard can be